what's the judging criteria for money round?
Well, currently it's basically sound only, and it's normally single seat only judging.
What does that mean, single seat?
It's from the driver's position.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the judge sits in the driver's position only, and that's where you're judging the quality of the system.
Right. And typically they will follow a organization score sheet and rules, but there are some bigger events that have their own score sheet and their own material. So it depends on which event you go to.
There's a lot of variation in them, and that's like the biggest difference between regular sanctioned competition and the money rounds is that there aren't generally classes. It's everybody against everybody, and they're built around a specific challenge usually, right? Like depending on the event, and each event will have sort of a thing that they're trying to get to. Some will be like years past Aggieland, down here in College Station, they would have just a crazy playlist of just the most difficult to reproduce music you could find, at the extremes of things, everything from cannon fire to sea shanties to full orchestra, just really crazy stuff.
Okay.
So it just really stretches the system more than like the typical media might. The ones we do that y'all were involved with at the Heatwave this year is a whole different format. That's an outlaw format where there's only one rule, and the rule is you have to be able to operate the vehicle from the listening position.
Oh.
And that goes in, and it's a bracket style where you come up, everybody enters, you pull chips, you pair up, and all the judges will listen to one or two tracks in each car, and this one or that one, and that's it. And then you advance through the brackets, and that's how that works. So it adds a little bit of a almost like a gambling aspect to it, right? Depending on who you get paired against, like, the best car may not win, right? The best car will be the best car because it's going to beat everybody. But in the middle, you don't know. Maybe it's going to be weird. But then we also give prizes, usually for the top 5 or top 10, or like in Aggieland's case, the top 20, I think, get something.
Wow.
So the term money round, it's getting thrown out there, here and there for this type of top end show. The money round was named because there used to be a cut down into that round. So you had a field and you had eliminations before that. Then when you get in the top 25, you're in the money. So that's why you got money round.
Yep. And that's, and even still, like say top 20, 25 or whatever. So the biggest money rounds SVR and Aggieland it's like 50 cars, right? So
wow.
The top 20 or 25 will get something.
And the judging is really fast, on point.
It is, and it's usually so another big difference between money rounds and regular sanctioned competition is almost all the money rounds are at least 3 judges, if not 6 or 7.
Wow.
And we average them. That way, it sort of smooths out the variances between judges and that kind of stuff, and it gives you it's really difficult in 15 minutes. What you normally spend judging to get a complete picture of a system.
Sure.
But with 6 or 7 different people listening for 15 minutes at a time, by the end of the day, with you average everything together, you've got a pretty good idea of what's going on.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, and each one of these judges that do money round typically have at least 10 years of judging experience. So they know what they're doing, and they could immediately tell once they sit in the car, if it's good or bad to begin with, then they start picking it apart really fast.